All right,
Good morning.
Viewers at home are Googling Shania Twain.
Shania Twain. Well, I'm going to look it up right now. It's
outfit.
Monday morning.
It was cow print. She didn't look like a cow.
No.
She's a beautiful
We'll give you a
woman.
pass because it is 6 in the morning.
Good Monday morning to you. Thanks for joining us here on Sunrise. Are you Googling it?
I sure am.
We'll try to get
Shania Twain Grammy outfit.
All right. While you Google that and the viewers are Googling at home, let's get out to Guy. Good Monday morning, Guy.
Hey, good
Feels
Monday
like a Monday.
Morning. It sure does, too. But we're having a whole lot of fun here on Sunrise. And this morning, nothing to slow you down. It's just this afternoon and evening. That's what I have my eyes on as I'm tracking some rain and snow on the way. Let's get into graphics. You'll see temperatures this morning, 17, feels like 6. Mostly clear skies right now. Moon is shining bright this morning, and I got a good shot at the moon, so I think we'll squeeze some sunshine right around sunrise time. Winds start increasing out of the southeast up to 15 miles per hour. Could see some gusts later on this evening of up to around 30 miles per hour. Notice temperatures already around 30 degrees by 11 a.m., and this is all before what's on the way, rain and snow. Once we get about after 1 o'clock, that's when we can see things start to kick off. So more on that coming up.
All right, thank you, Guy. I did Google Shania Twain's outfit, by the way. It was something. It was something. All right. 6:01 is the time right now. Look at your drive times. They are all spot on, and that is because as we look at the Metro map, no issues. We have, the roads are in good condition because we don't really have any sort of weather system, as you heard from Guy moving in, but also no crashes popping up this morning or even any breakdowns. It's been a really smooth morning on the roads. Of course, we will continue to track that as the morning goes on. Make sure that continues for your drive into work or wherever you're going here this morning.
All right, 6:01. We are staying on top of breaking news out of Brooklyn Park this morning.
Yeah, an apartment fire forced some people who live there out of their homes. Eva's live on the scene now with the latest. Hi, Eva.
Thankfully, no one was hurt. Brooklyn Park Fire Department was called here to Fountains in the Park apartment complex just before 2 a.m. with reports that there was smoke in a unit. When they arrived, they found a small fire in the boiler room between the second and third floors. Around a dozen residents left the building, and others were told by the fire department to shelter in place as they extinguished the fire within about 30 minutes. There was damage to 2 units, and the apartment is working with those residents to rehouse them. So far, the cause of the fire is still unknown. And they're lucky that it wasn't so frigid outside today. Now, some of them were in their cars, but others were standing outside. The battalion chief has some tips for people who might have to evacuate their homes for any reason, especially during these winter months. We'll share that information in the next half hour.
All right, Eva, thank you. We'll check back soon. Also breaking overnight, a heavy police presence near the Minneapolis Sculpture Garden, which is a popular tourist attraction. Multiple squads were there, and we've called the Minneapolis Police Department, who tell us that officers are still gathering information on what happened. We, of course, will update you as soon as those details become available.
It is deadline time in Ramsey County, and that is because just hours from now, the Ramsey County Sheriff must come up with a plan to lower the capacity of the county jail.
Yeah, the state actually gave the order on Friday, saying that they believe there were several issues that put inmates at risk. CeCe's live at the Ramsey County Jail with more on what the sheriff has to do today. Hey, CeCe.
Hey, good morning, guys. So the sheriff's office needs to submit a plan to reduce the capacity here by the end of day today. And then that new capacity needs to be put into place by noon on Wednesday. The Minnesota Department of Corrections says the jail here, which has a licensed capacity of just under 500, now needs to reduce it to 360 inmates with a bed capacity of 324. The DOC says this is happening because there are several issues putting inmates at risk. 1, failing to meet minimum staffing requirements. 2, a pattern of not conducting timely and appropriate well-being checks. And then 3, repeated incidents of failing to provide medical care to inmates as ordered.
There was a nurse who observed what appeared to be signs of a stroke, indicated that the person needed to be taken to the hospital. And that transport to the hospital was delayed by over an hour.
Now, the sheriff says while they try to figure out some solutions, they will be moving some inmates to secured facilities across the state, but no inmates will be released. For now, I'll send things back over to you.
All right, that deadline ended day today. Thank you, CeCe.
The woman accused of shooting her ex-boyfriend's girlfriend or her boyfriend's ex-girlfriend rather, pleaded guilty to aiding and abetting first-degree attempted murder. Colleen Larson told the judge her boyfriend told her to shoot Minneapolis forensic scientist Nicole Ford so he could get custody of the son they shared. Larson faces up to 18 years in prison when she's sentenced in March. Last week, Tim Amaker was sentenced to 18 years in the case.
This morning, family members are remembering a father and son who were killed last week in Bloomington. Police describe their deaths as part of a murder-suicide involving a third man. 55-year-old Dale Dahman and his 25-year-old son Dominic are described by loved ones as lifelong musicians. Family members say Dale had a love for polka music and started playing at age 6. He eventually started his own band while also playing alongside his sons. In 2012, he was inducted into the Concertina Hall of Fame.
That was his favorite thing in the world. He loved being a musician, and he said it all the time that he got paid to bring the equipment there, set it up, and tear it down, but he played for free.
Now, police have not released new details yet, but they do say the other person found dead in that vehicle was a business associate. Friends have started a GoFundMe page to support the family. We've included more information about that along with this story on KARE11.com.
Turkey reports a second massive earthquake hit the nation's south today, less than 12 hours after the first. More than 1,300 people are reported dead and thousands are injured in both Turkey and Syria. Hundreds of buildings collapsed in the first 7.8 magnitude quake. It happened near the Syrian border and caused aftershocks and tremors as far away as Lebanon and Israel. Rescue workers are still searching for survivors under the rubble of crushed buildings.
This morning, President Biden is getting ready for his second State of the Union address. In preparation, crews started putting up a fence around the U.S. Capitol. Capitol Police and Secret Service agents recommended it as a safety precaution. The president's expected to devote much of his speech to highlighting his efforts to create jobs, fight inflation, and improve the nation's infrastructure. The State of the Union address airs tomorrow night at 8 o'clock right here on KARE 11. To the Grammys now, Lizzo shined bright last night.
It was her night. The former Twin Cities musician won Record of the Year for her hit About Damn Time and dedicated her big win to Minnesota's own Prince.
I want to dedicate this award to Prince. My sister. When we lost Prince, I decided to dedicate my life to making positive music.
Yeah, the two actually worked together before his death in 2016. The other big winner of the night was Queen Bee.
I'd like to thank my beautiful husband, my beautiful 3 children who are at home watching. I'd like to thank the queer community for your love and for inventing this genre.
Yeah, Beyonce actually made history last night, breaking the record for most decorated Grammy artists with her 4th win of the night. And that win was for Best Dance Electronic Music Album for Renaissance. Beyonce now has 32 Grammy wins in total.
And while Beyonce was receiving her awards, fans were expressing frustration on Twitter over ticket sales for her upcoming tour. Several fans that are a part of the Beehive verified fan presale on Ticketmaster were told last night they're now on the wait list for tickets. The wait list. Ticketmaster tweeted this yesterday, saying the reason was due to overwhelming registration demand that was 8 times over ticket inventory. They're sending more access codes apparently today, but they do warn there will not be enough tickets to go around. Taylor fans are out there right now like,
We
Godspeed,
understand.
Beehive, Godspeed.
Yeah, and the prices are just going to keep on climbing too. Yikes. Good luck, everybody. July 20th is her show here.
And it's going to be outside, too, so hopefully it doesn't rain. So that's going to be another thing we'll have to look out for, too. So right now, things quiet. I am tracking some rain in the forecast and a little bit of some snowflakes mixed in later on this afternoon and evening. Temperatures right now are in the well, feels like single digits, but you do have some temps in the upper teens for most of us, 17. Winds right now southeast at 9 miles per hour. That will only increase. Today's going to be a little breezy. We could see some gusts of up to 30 miles per hour. So pretty breezy day ahead. Feels like 6 on the skin and rain and snow on the way. Wet and slick evening conditions possible for you. So a slow evening drive. Temperatures start warming up to the mid-30s, 1 o'clock this afternoon. After 1 o'clock is when we can start to see some rain and snow kick off. Notice we have rain and snow in the forecast to about 7, and then tonight, all snow and then snow tapers. You'll see by 10 o'clock at night. So this will be a quick, brief system, minor impacts out of this, and winds start increasing right around 15 miles per hour as you get into the overnight hours. Here's your 3-day forecast: 37, rain and snow, also windy. Tuesday clearing and breezy, temperatures in the mid-30s, mostly sunny on Wednesday. Temperatures upper 30s, flirting with 40 degrees on Wednesday. That should be nice, plus sunshine too. So that should be a beautiful day ahead. Light wintry mix still on the way. I'll track that out with microcasts. That's going to be through tonight. Accumulations look about to be an inch or less, so it shouldn't slow us down too much. Now, unless you're traveling north, I'll show you some areas that will see more snow than rain. Now, travel impacts, again, still minor with wet and slick roads. We dry out Tuesday through Thursday, so wait till you see Thursday on the 7th. It's going to be, or Wednesday rather, it's going to be lovely. Thursday too, before a system moves in Thursday night.
Love it. These warmer temperatures. I'm starting to see my driveway again.
Isn't it nice?
It's
You're
nice.
like, there it is.
There she is. All right, still ahead on Sunrise. Police in Austin, Texas say they had to break up a huge fight. People were fighting over rotten food.
Okay. Then at 6:15, we're going to explain what led up to the chaos. I'd love to know the reason.
Yes, and the curtain is closing on a Minnesota singing group that went beyond the stage. In 4 minutes, we're reflecting on Vocal Point's nearly 20-year run and their impact on the community.
And then doctors are starting to crack down on telehealth services. The reason many of them say they're going to start charging patients for messaging them. That's coming up at 6:35.
Kind of liking this funk.
What is this? Just random
Random funk.
funk.